70 isn't an ending. It's a new beginning where you finally get to write your own rules. It's about embracing the freedom to be unapologetically yourself and letting go of what no longer serves you. Today, we'll explore 9 things that, from the vantage point of 70, simply don't matter anymore. So, get comfortable, pour yourself a cup of tea, and let's step into this liberating new season of life together. The first thing to let go of is worrying about what others think. It's a habit that's often ingrained in us from a young age, shaping how we act, dress, and even speak. We're taught to measure ourselves by the standards of others, to seek approval before trusting our own instincts. For years, we perform for approval, shaping our lives around others' expectations. We try to fit in, to be liked, to avoid judgment or criticism. It can feel like we're always on stage, playing a part that isn't truly ours. But at 70, you realize those opinions are just fleeting whispers. The judgments that once seemed so important fade into the background, and you see how little they truly matter in the grand scheme of your life. The only opinion that truly matters is your own. You begin to understand that self-acceptance is the foundation of real happiness, and that your worth isn't determined by anyone else. When you stop seeking external validation, you find a deep well of self-acceptance. You become more comfortable in your own skin, and your inner voice grows stronger and kinder. You start dressing for your own comfort, speaking your truth, and making choices that genuinely reflect who you are, not who you think you should be. You pursue passions that light you up, rediscovering old hobbies or exploring new interests without worrying about what others might say. Authenticity becomes your greatest gift. You share your stories, your laughter, and your wisdom without holding back, and people are drawn to your genuine spirit. You attract people who love the real you, not the character you once played. The relationships you build are deeper, more meaningful, and based on mutual respect. The need to please everyone dissolves, replaced by genuine connection with a chosen few. You realize that quality matters far more than quantity when it comes to friendship and love. Your energy is precious. You stop wasting it on managing others' perceptions. Instead, you invest it in what truly brings you joy and peace. The freedom is indescribable. You walk lighter, laugh louder, and live more fully than ever before. Every day feels like a new opportunity to be yourself. You were never meant to fit into someone else's box. Life is too short to live by someone else's script. At 70, you finally paint with the colours of your own soul, embracing every shade and stroke that makes you unique. The second thing that gradually loses its grip on us as we age is the endless pursuit of more and more material possessions. Throughout much of life, we're taught to measure our success and even our happiness by what we own. The size of our house, the number of things we accumulate, the brands we wear. But after 70 years, you begin to see through the illusion that more is always better. Over time, possessions age, break, and require constant attention. They demand your time, your energy, and sometimes even your peace of mind. Instead of lifting you up, they can weigh you down. What once felt like treasures can become anchors, not wings, holding you back from new experiences. That's why for many, decluttering becomes an act of liberation. Letting go of objects is more than just making space. It's about releasing old versions of yourself and the expectations you once carried. As you clear away the clutter, your home transforms. It becomes a sanctuary, a place of calm and comfort rather than a museum of things you no longer need. You start to realize that experiences, shared laughter, the beauty of a sunset, learning something new, are the true treasures that enrich your days. You discover that you need far less than you ever imagined to feel content and truly happy. A comfortable chair, a good book, a warm cup of tea, these simple pleasures bring a richness that no amount of possessions can match. In the end, the most valuable things aren't things at all. They are the relationships you nurture, the love you give and receive, the wisdom you gather, and the peace you find within. By letting go of the material, you make room for the meaningful. You create space for what truly matters. You trade the weight of possessions for the lightness of being, and in that freedom you find a deeper, lasting joy. The third thing to release is the weight of social obligations that no longer bring joy. We fill our calendars with shoulds, stretching ourselves thin for events that drain us. At 70, you see your time and energy as precious. Saying no to what drains you is saying yes to yourself. You audit your social life, keeping only what lights you up. This isn't about isolation, it's about intentionality. You create space for meaningful connections and experiences. Your relationships deepen, your conversations become richer. You stop living by a calendar of obligations and start living by your heart's desires. The result is a life less hectic, more harmonious, and filled with pure joy. Number 4 is the freedom from chasing society's standards of beauty. This is a freedom that comes only with time, and it's one of the most liberating gifts of growing older. For decades we chase impossible ideals, always falling short. We compare ourselves to airbrushed images and ever-changing trends, believing that beauty is something we have to earn or maintain. But at 70, you see your body as a vessel that's carried you through life's joys and hardships. Every wrinkle and scar tells a story of laughter, love and resilience. Lines and silver hair become badges of experience, not flaws. They're reminders of the wisdom you've gained and the memories you've made. True beauty is the light that shines from within. Confidence, kindness, authenticity. It's the warmth in your smile and the sparkle in your eyes when you're truly at peace with yourself. Self-care becomes an act of love, not a battle against aging. You nurture your body because it deserves care, not because you're trying to turn back the clock. You exercise and eat well to feel vibrant, not to fit a mold. Movement and nourishment become ways to celebrate your body's strength and vitality, not punishments for not looking a certain way. You look at younger generations chasing trends and feel gratitude for your freedom. You remember the pressure, but now you can simply observe, no longer feeling the need to keep up. You can finally just be, smile without worrying, enjoy food without guilt, and love the person in the mirror. There's a gentle acceptance that comes with age, a sense of peace in your own skin. Letting go of society's standards, you discover your own timeless beauty. It's a beauty that radiates from self-acceptance and a life well lived. It's a beauty that deepens with every year, growing richer and more meaningful as you embrace who you truly are. There's nothing more magnificent than a life fully lived, surrounded by love, laughter, and the confidence that comes from being unapologetically yourself. The fifth thing to let go of is clinging to routines and hobbies that no longer spark joy. We build habits and identities around activities that once fulfilled us, but passions and priorities change. At 70, it's time for a joy audit. Letting go of old routines isn't failure, it's growth. You clear space for new interests, new adventures. Be curious, be a beginner again. Try something you've always wanted. The joy of discovery is a gift of this age. Life is a canvas. Reach for new colours. Release the shoulds and embrace what excites you now. Your best days of exploration may be just beginning. Number 6 is refusing to tolerate toxic relationships. For years we endure people who drain us out of duty or fear. At 70, you realize your peace of mind is non-negotiable. You set boundaries, detach with love, and invest in relationships that uplift you. Surround yourself with your front-row people, those who celebrate and support you. The quality of your life reflects the quality of your relationships. Letting go of toxic connections is an act of self-love. It's not always easy, but it's essential. You deserve a drama-free, supportive environment. At 70, you insist on peace and build it with healthy boundaries. You thrive in the company of those who truly care. The seventh thing to release is comparing yourself to others. We're conditioned to measure our worth against others, but it only breeds dissatisfaction. At 70, you see everyone has their own struggles and stories. Your journey is uniquely yours. Honor it. Compare yourself only to who you were yesterday. Celebrate your growth, resilience and wisdom. You can genuinely celebrate others' successes without feeling diminished. Freedom from comparison is like being released from a hidden prison. You find contentment in your own garden. Your life, just as it is more than enough. Embrace your own story. The eighth thing to let go of is outdated goals. We chase ambitions set by our younger selves, even when they no longer fit. At 70, you have the wisdom to reassess what success means to you now. Maybe it's about mentoring, giving back, or finding fulfillment in new ways. Redefine your ambitions to match who you are today. Letting go of old goals isn't defeat, it's wisdom. Thank them for guiding you, then release them. Dream new dreams that nourish your soul. Your most meaningful work may still be ahead. Let your new North Star guide you. The ninth, and perhaps most profound thing to release, is guilt for prioritizing your own happiness. Many of us are raised to put others first, often to our own detriment. By 70, you realize self-care isn't selfish, it's essential. You can't pour from an empty cup. Your happiness is a gift to those around you. Self-care becomes vital maintenance, not indulgence. You listen to your needs and honor them without apology. This shift creates a ripple effect, teaching others that happiness is a right, not a reward. Release the guilt and embrace your own joy. Fill your days with peace, laughter, and delight. In nurturing your own happiness, you add to the world. At 70, you claim the right to be the joyful protagonist of your own life. So there you have it. 9 burdens you can set down to walk lighter into your future. You don't have to wait for 70 to claim this freedom. Start today. Let go of what no longer serves you and step into a more authentic, joyful life. Focus on relationships that nourish your soul and delight in simple pleasures. Your life is a precious gift. Live it with a light heart and a free spirit. Thank you for spending this time with me. If this message resonated, comment 1 below. Go out and live your beautiful free life.